and tigers. We're true to the black and gold. Fight on for courage now and forever. Victory is strong and bold. Fight, fight, fight. Hail to the Charleston Tigers. Stand proudly for all to see.
Fight,
Fight, Tigers, fight. Lead us to victory to you.
That was beautiful, guys. That was great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Love it. Every time. Advisor really said, you know what we do, and I was really enthusiastic. I'm really happy that went well, guys. Good job, everyone. All right, now we'll move into the roll call. Attorney General Robinson, take it away.
Treasurer Eagle. Vice President DeVoe.
Present.
President Ndion.
Present.
Chief of Staff Ambush.
Present.
Director Nduka. Assistant Director Washington. Assistant Director Bello.
Present.
Director Whiteside.
Present.
Director Fishkin.
Present.
Dr. Triskovka. Director Perot.
Present.
Director Kapoor. Assistant Director Ferguson.
Present.
Solicitor General Whiting. Director White. Director Foster.
Present.
Director Moody.
Present.
Director Diame.
Present.
Director Brown.
Present.
Director Kemp.
Present.
Director Hogarth. Assistant Director Banks.
Present.
Director Blumenauer.
Present.
Pro Temp Wheeler.
Present.
Senator Dixon.
Present.
Senator Watts. Senator Kinsey. Senator Newman.
Present.
Senator Afe.
Present.
Senator Goodman.
Present.
Senator Williams.
Present.
Senator Harding.
Present.
Senator Trumbull.
Present.
Senator Tetsi.
Present.
Senator Teklu.
Present.
Senator Eglin.
Present.
Senator Rink. Senator Thaxton.
Present.
Chief Justice Foreman.
Present.
Chief Justice Sherman. Deputy Justice Sherman.
Present.
Thank you, everyone.
Treasurer Eagle was having trouble joining. Did you get her, Attorney General Robinson?
Yeah, I'm present.
I will now. Thank you.
All right. Now we'll move into the approval of the minutes. Are there any amendments to last week's minutes? Hearing none, we'll consider them approved. Now we're going to go into the amendments to the agenda. Are there any amendments? Okay, we'll follow the agenda as written then. There are no guest speakers today. Are there any student concerns or public participation today? No? Okay, awesome. We'll move into communications then. Advisory remarks?
All right, can everyone hear me? Just making sure, just throw a thumbs up if you can. Fantastic. It's great to see everybody. We've made it through pretty much a majority of the semester. Obviously, there's one more General Assembly meeting that's to come, but I want to start by using this time to just thank all of you for your service to not just the organization, but obviously the student body. Regardless of folks that decide if this is a week that they would use to celebrate what we call Thanksgiving, or in other ways celebrate the week. I think it's really important to just share thanks, and just to let you know that I'm very thankful for everything that you all have done as an organization throughout the year up till now. It's been a long time, and in terms of from where you were back in maybe May, June, depending on your affiliation with the organization as time is going on. So a lot of challenges that you all have faced, but you all have done a really, really good job. And so I just want to again use this time to just share thanks, because that's kind of how I approach this week with my family, my friends. It's less about the notion of Thanksgiving. It's more about having the opportunity to spend time with each other and just say, I appreciate you for everything, for all that you bring to my life. And so as an advisor, I really want to take a moment to share thanks with the executive board, because they have helped me to become a better advisor. And so my hope is that I have returned that in terms of favor to them. And for those of you that I've worked with personally in different regards, thank you also for giving me the opportunity to serve in this capacity. For those of you that have not had a chance to work with, I hope to be able to do that as time goes forward, beyond the next General Assembly meeting into the next semester. So I wish all of you good fortune over the next few days. Hopefully you'll use this time to just chill out and just relax and take time off from all the things that you all are assigned to in terms of your positions, because the most important thing is your mental and physical health. So I wish you all the best, and I'm very fortunate to be a part of this group, and I'm glad to be able to support you all as we move forward. There are no major updates coming from the university at this point in time that really need to be shared, that may not already be shared in different reports. And so with that, I yield.
So cute. Anyway, all right. Appropriations Committee.
No report.
Government Operations Committee.
Hello everyone. The committee has deemed Resolution 27 and the second Senate bill favorable with amendments.
Thank you so much. Rules Committee.
No report.
President DeYoung.
Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good start to your week. Advisor Bailey, thank you for making me cry at 5 o'clock in the evening. I appreciate that. Just two things. Like I said in the group chat, Jordan and I have a upcoming meeting with President Saxel. So just let me know if there's any particular topics you would like for us to discuss. It's going to be next Monday at 2 o'clock. So as long as it's before that, I can slide it into the meeting. And then just one more thing, we're still looking for someone who would want to be nominated for the student region position. Just remember that the application is due November 30th, and it is a 2-year commitment. So just keep that in mind. Let me know if you want me to send you the application. And with that, I yield.
Hi everyone. So budget hearing it's over. Thank you to the Senate very much for all your help and support. I'm also going to be attending a USM meeting tonight at 7 on behalf of the Student Fees Committee, and we'll be discussing topics related to student fees. So I'll keep you guys updated if there's anything that stands out to me. Thank you, and with that I yield.
Thank you. Attorney General Robinson.
Hi, everyone. So my report is pretty brief. I do have a pre-meeting coming up the first week in December, so that's exciting. So just, keep in mind for that. And also, I say this every meeting, but I'm going to say it again. If you have any scheduling conflicts for these last 2 or 3 weeks. If you need to study for a test, if you have exams, please let me know and I'll be sure to accommodate you as best as I can. And with that, I yield.
Thank you so much, Chief of Staff Ambush.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. We're coming up to the end of the semester, so I do have some like important announcements. I do suggest if you have some place where you put notes down, because I'm going to say 3 very, very important dates that are 100% mandatory. So before I get into the rest of my report, all of you, most, if not all of you know, we have a winter retreat. This winter retreat is mandatory, again, unless, you know, something vastly important comes up. But I am telling you all way, way in advance. So you should tell your people in January, like, I can't do these 3 days. But if you can't make it, please let Attorney General Robinson know. When we get to December time, I will send out much more details, specific times and things like that. But it is a 3-day retreat over 2 weekends. So the first 2 days of retreat is January 8th and January 9th. And so the reason why they're earlier than usual years is because we are going to restructure how we do programming for the spring. So, and we're doing a lot of team bonding and stuff like that. So please put down on your calendar, Friday, January 8th and Saturday, January 9th. Those are the first 2 days of winter retreat. Again, it is mandatory for all SGA members. And then the third day will be on Friday, January 15th, and that will be a special session in October where we will be going over Tiger Pride Day legislation and more bills that we didn't get to complete this semester. So I repeat, January 8th and 9th and January 15th. Specific times, agendas, schedules, and all that will be sent out in December as those get finalized. But those are the 3 dates. Please make sure you have them down. You know, write them on your window, your mirror, anywhere you need to put it to remember those 3 dates. So the next thing on my agenda that I need to tell you all is, so on Monday, December 7th, it is the last day of December the 4th, that Friday is the last mandatory day of SGA. So next week is a full mandatory normal SGA week. So please, you know, be prepared to come to GA, be prepared to come to pre-meeting. However, after that date, it will be optional to do SGA work. If you still have committee meetings and things like that, those will still be mandatory. But otherwise, office hours will be completely optional after that. Senate leadership, directors, and Chief Justice, you will all be getting an email from me either today or tomorrow, kind of going into more details of what that will look like afterwards. But for everyone else, yes, completely optional after that date. That's it from me. I think it is going without saying, since tomorrow is the first day of Thanksgiving break, most of us will kind of be unavailable because we are spending time with our families, hopefully safely, and things like that. So I'm letting you all know that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I will be unavailable, but I am going to make myself available on Sunday if you all need me. And with that, I yield.
Thank you so much. All of you, please write down those dates. Department of Academic Affairs.
Hello, everyone. I just have 2 quick things. So first, I had my first meeting with the Academic Standards Committee. So that went well. So if any of you guys have any questions about that or have anything, any type of messages you want me to relay to that committee, please tell me and I can just like send out a mass email or tell them at my next committee meeting. The last thing is that course evaluations are out. So make sure you guys participate in that because they do see it and they do take into account like when it comes to like promotions and like just like consequences for professors if professors are doing something wrong. So that's it. And with that, I yield.
Thank you so much. Department of Campus Activities.
Hi, everyone. Just want to say to look out on our social media for our artist reveal for our concert on Monday. It's our last concert for our Fall Fest tour. So definitely look out for that. And also we're having an event the following Tuesday. It's a game show where you're going to be able to win some cash prizes. So just definitely look out for our social media. And with that, I yield.
Awesome sauce. Thank you so much, Department of Civic Engagement.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say, I think I forgot to say that the last GA I did have a meeting with the climate committee. So if anyone has any questions or concerns relating to sustainability stuff, you can always let me know. I also wanted to say, if you ever want to partner on events or anything, please feel free to reach out to me. And I hope you have a great and safe break. And with that, I yield.
Thank you. Department of Communications.
No report.
Thank you so much. Department of Community Outreach. Department of Community Outreach.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. Happy Thankful Tiger Tuesday, everyone. No report. Enjoy y'all long weekend break.
Thank you. All right, Department of Diversity and Inclusion.
Not here.
Oh, my apologies. All right. Department of Health and Wellness.
No report.
All right. Department of Higher Education.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say that I had a meeting with the Amar Rose Mentoring Organization about being a community partner. So there will be further meetings about that, and I can update you guys on that. Still looking for exit mentors. Please just DM me on GroupMe if you're interested. And with that, I yield.
Thank you so much, Department of Legislative Affairs.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. I hope you all are doing good, and I hope you guys have a very good break. We're starting to pick up on everything that involves Tiger Pride Day, which I'm super excited about. If there is anything that you really, really, really want to see as a topic for Tiger Pride Day, please let me know. And if there is anything else kind of outside of Tiger Pride Day, legislation-wise, that you might be interested in, feel free to reach out to me. And with that, I yield.
Thank you, ma'am. Department of Special Projects.
Hi, everyone. Just a reminder to submit your event proposals at least 2 weeks prior to your event, just so we can make sure we have time for everything to get situated and get figured out. And just to echo everyone else, have a safe and happy, healthy Thanksgiving. I'm so thankful for you all, and I'm so glad I get to put all of your events into real events and make them work during these difficult times. So stay safe, much love, and I yield.
Thank you. Sending love back. All right, Department of Marketing.
Hi, everyone. I sent out an email about the new SGA polls in Oxford. It's just a Google Forms link. When you get a chance, if you haven't already, just please fill that out just so we can get the process started and shipping your new apparel to you guys. But other than that, with that, I yield.
Thank you so much, Department of Student Organizations. Attorney General Robinson is Director Hogarth, not present.
No, I'm sorry. No.
Oh, okay. All right, just making sure. All right, Department of New Student Development.
Hi, everyone. So just a little short report. So this week, me and Ty elected the Member of the Week for Freshman Council. We're really proud of this student. They've been working super hard, and they've been literally attending every GM in pre-meeting ever since Freshman Council was even started. So shout out to President Camilla Parvez-Amatla. Congratulations. And also just happy birthday to Damon Edwards. He's a representative. And Gisela Ramos, she is the Diversity and Inclusion Chair for Freshman Council. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And with that, I yield.
Ooh, okay, all right. Okay, scrolling. Freshman Council Representative.
Oh, hello, everyone. Oh, shoot, I'm not on screen. Sorry. Well, Jordan Colquitt was voted into our council last meeting, and we have an event coming up on December 3rd. So stay on the lookout for flyers and event like details with that. And with that, I yield.
Sorry about that. Okay. Office of the Solicitor General.
She's not present.
Okay. Oh, it's me. Okay, great. All right. So today I have a couple of quick things. But first I'm going to yield my time to Chief of Staff Ambush to give our member of the week.
Yes. Okay. So this member of the week, they do a lot. Well, they run an entire organization underneath SGA, and they do a lot. And this person is absolutely amazing. And I'm really excited to see what this organization does in the spring, because the springtime has one of the biggest events that the university hosts. So our SGA member of the week, or I should say the entire semester or the entire year, is Director Nduka and the entirety of CAB.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Okay. So first, oh, sorry.
Good job. Good job.
Yes. Woo. Okay. Awesome. Alrighty. First I'm gonna start with some applause just because my love language is words of affirmation. So if it's not yours, I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm just gonna say applause to the Senate for an awesome job in budget hearing. It was your first budget hearing, and I was just so proud that I really didn't have to do anything. I just kind of sat back and let you all run the show, and you did such an amazing job, and it just made me so happy. Shout out our honorable mention to Treasurer Yiegel, as well as Pro Temp Wheeler and Senator Teddy for chairing and doing all the awesome stuff that goes along with that. So congratulations to you on that. And 27 resolutions? Like, that's crazy. Anyway, I'm still shook. But anyway, congratulations to all of you for your hard work so far this semester. So yay. All right. Another thing, weekly reports are due tomorrow at 5 p.m. So that is on behalf of Attorney General Robinson and Chief of Staff Ambush. And then lastly, dialogue at TU last week was amazing. Thank you so much for those of you who came out. It was really, really wonderful to engage in dialogue with you, as well as learn skills for dialogue. So that's exciting. There will be follow-up in the spring, so we can practice those in an SGA context, which will be really great because we do a lot of that here. So yeah, so that's exciting. And I believe those are all of my things. With that, I yield. Are there any opinions of the court?
Hey everyone, there are no opinions of the court for this week. With that, I yield.
Okay, awesome. All right, we're now gonna move into new business.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't know, it's like my sound was acting up a little bit, wouldn't let me do anything. Okay, great. Are there any motions on the floor?
Senator Teddy, I move that we review Resolution 27.
Is there a second?
Senator Goodman, I second that.
Is there any discussion? If not, we will now move into a vote to review resolution number 27. All those in favor? All opposed? Abstaining? And Assistant Director Ferguson, can you please read the vote count aloud for us?
Yep, 12 in favor.
Thank you. With that, the motion passes. All right, we're now looking at resolution number 27. Would Senator Watson, Senator Williams like to speak on this resolution's behalf?
Yes, so this bill is basically just saying that, well, okay, so we had a problem with some students. They signed up for synchronous classes and then their professors turned them to asynchronous. So this bill is basically just saying that professors should stick to their to what they say they'll do in the enrollment, so that students know that they're enrolling in asynchronous or synchronous classes. And also that students aren't penalized if they have to withdraw because a professor changed from synchronous to asynchronous. So that's it. I yield.
And Senator Watts, did you want to speak on it as well? If not, then is there any discussion from the Senate? Director Striskowski, you have a comment?
I just want to say that I really love this. I know a lot of people that got super frustrated because they need synchronous classes in order to learn, as well as people that would prefer asynchronous classes. So I just think that this is a phenomenal bill to kind of establish what students want and like what they're expecting to actually happen. But I think it's amazing.
Okay, is there any further discussion? Senator Teddy, point of information.
I just had a quick question about the table. So can you please scroll back down? Thank you. I know I'm not good at math like that, so I'm having kind of some trouble understanding like the data. So if they would like to, I don't know, explain what the table means per se, it would be helpful.
So basically, it's just saying that students, most students learn better with synchronous classes. So Senator Watts and I, we put that in there because we know that if students signed up for synchronous classes at the beginning and their class switched to asynchronous, they might have more challenges because more students succeed in synchronous classes. So that's why we put the table in there. It's just to say that more students succeed in synchronous classes. So we want people to have the option to choose synchronous classes or choose asynchronous classes. So I think that answer your question.
Yes, thank you.
I yield.
All right, and could a senator yield their time to Advisor Bailey?
Oh, anybody?
Any senator
This
can yield
is
their time.
Senator Rank, I yield.
Thank you very much. Senator Williams, I have a question for you. It's actually two questions. Were you in contact with the Provost's office about the concerns around the details around this bill? That's question number one.
No.
Okay. No problem. Just asking because I just want to make sure that we are able to do our due diligence to figure out, okay, if there are concerns around what professors are promoting via the class of schedules and things like that, that they're sticking behind that. So I would definitely encourage you to use this opportunity if the bill is, the resolution is passed, to then go forth and work with the leadership of SGA to get in front of the provost to say, hey, this is what we're hearing from students, and this is not what's actually playing out. The other thing is in terms of the chart. So the chart definitely makes sense. I just want to make sure that I understand exactly what the bill is about. Is it strictly about the promotion in the class of schedules in terms of what is being conveyed to the student body, or are there other elements that also needs to be incorporated into the bill or something else?
So it's just saying that during enrollment, because it tells you if your class will be asynchronous. At first it didn't, but now it tells you if your class will be asynchronous or synchronous. So we just want to make sure that the professors are sticking to what they write in the class notes section of the enrollment. So that's it. It's not saying that we'll get rid of asynchronous, because some students do need that to succeed online. It's just saying that whatever they put in their enrollment, we would like for them to stick with that.
Okay, Vice President DeVoe, point of clarification.
Yes, I wanted to respond a little bit to Advisor Bailey's mentioning of the provost and that communication before. So two things really. One, that's been an ongoing conversation. The president as well as the provost have said that synchronous classes are the ideal pedagogy, ideal best practice for the university that they encourage. But professors have their own, unfortunately, they have their own, well, not unfortunately, but they have their own freedoms to govern their classes as they wish. So that has been an ongoing conversation. I know Director DMA and I have brought that up with the provost several times, but it's come up in our social media a lot that people are having trouble with it. So that's why it's manifested here. And then secondly, I wanted to say, this is more of a general thing. While we're encouraging campus partnerships, I personally have some concern with discussing recommendations to the powers that be with the powers that be, just because sometimes they may not agree and sometimes the recommendation still needs to go forth. So that's just I think there's just like a fine line between them having too much of a hand in the resolutions that are written because it's supposed to be the will of the student. So just to be mindful of that. But that's not to say, sorry if my family is yelling in the background. No respect for me. But anyway, but I was just gonna say there's a fine line. So that was just my concern with that.
Vice President DeVore, appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, is there any further discussion? If not, then we can now vote on the bill as a whole. All those in favor? All opposed? Abstaining? And Assistant Director Ferguson, can you please read the vote out loud for us?
Yep, 12 in favor.
Thank you so much. And with that, the motion passes. Okay, are there any motions on the floor?
Senator Teddy, I move that we review Senate Bill number 2.
Is there a second?
Senator Techler, I second.
Is there any discussion? If not, then we will now move into a vote to review Senate Bill number 2. All those in favor? All opposed? Abstaining? And Assistant Director Ferguson, can you please read the vote out loud for us?
Yep, 12 in favor.
Thank you. And with that, the motion passes. Okay, guys, have a little presentation for you all. Yay. For this presentation, these are the proposed changes to the Student Government Association Constitution for 2020 to 2021. Next slide, please. Thank you. For the preamble, we decided to add in conclusion. We, the students of Towson University, desiring to preserve within the university an atmosphere of free discussion, inquiry, and self-expression to ensure the personal freedom and general welfare of the student body to promote principles of all aspects of diversity and inclusion. Why do we want to add this in? And this was to ensure the inclusivity and representation of Towson students at Towson University. We want everyone to feel included and welcome when they are on Towson's campus. Sorry, y'all. Next slide, please. For our Article 1, Section 5, we thought to include a sustainability committee. We said there should be a sustainability committee comprised of 5 senators, the chief of staff, student government associate director, and assistant director of civic engagement and social responsibility will serve on the committee as advisory role. Why we wanted to include this? This is to ensure a more sustainable campus and have a committee where SGA can discuss these matters if there needs to be improvement. Right, next slide. Well, that is everything. Are there any questions or anything like that? Yes, Director Fishkind.
I don't know if like it's supposed to be like, I don't know. But should it be Director of Civic Engagement and Sustainability rather than Social Responsibility? Because yeah, that's technically like the term, I guess.
Yes, you are correct with that. But I know Senator Goodman, he specifically named these individuals. Senator Goodman, did you also want to speak on this as well?
Yes. The reason, I guess the reason my thought was because in our because we need, because I thought like the mission, like the sustainability portion of it wasn't really as portrayed well, I guess. Or like I thought like we didn't have like an equivalent that to the sustainability director in SGA, but now that I'm realizing that basically Sarah's position does both, I think I underestimated that. I'm sorry.
Okay, Vice President DeVille, you have a recommendation?
I'm gonna say point of information. Do not apologize. You're perfectly okay. This past year, there was an amendment to the Constitution that changed the Director of Civic Engagement to Director of Civic Engagement and Sustainability. So that is the full name of Director Fishkind's position, which not everyone may know, and I know it might not, I don't think it's represented on the agenda, so don't apologize.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we are pursuing more sustainable goals, because if Towson eventually wants to meet, its goal of getting fully carbon neutral by 2050, which I think is, we can do a bit better than that. We can actually, the Maryland Student Climate Action Coalition would like to see it be carbon neutral by 2035, but
Well, right now it's more so about the terminology in the document. So establishing this committee would be a great step in that direction, in my personal opinion. But in terms of the terminology, my question was this supposed to be Luis Sierra's position, or is that what the goal of this was for it to be?
The goal was that it would be a committee consisting of, with like the 3 like ranking members, as someone in Director Fishkind's position, Luis Sierra, who is the university's Director of Civic Engagement and Social Responsibility, and the Sustainability Director, Patty Watson.
Okay, great. So what needs to happen then is to identify, to identify what those positions are a little bit more clearly. So the Student Government Association's Director of Civic Engagement and Sustainability would be the full position. And then secondly, the Assistant Director of Civic Engagement and Social Responsibility would have to say the Towson University Assistant Director of Civic Engagement and Social Responsibility, to clarify which body you're referring to. I think that Chief of Staff Ambush has a question, comment, point of
Yes. My comment is, well, it's a comment and a question, but I'll ask the question after everyone else who wants to go after me. It should say 5 senators, Chief of Staff, SGA, Director of Civic Engagement and Sustainability, and Assistant Director of Civic Engagement and Sustainability. And then it should say the Office of Civic Engagement and the Office of Sustainability should serve as advisory roles, because even though Patty and Louise have their own positions, I think it would be better if we just say the Towson offices play an advisory role. That way they can send a representative if they can't themselves.
If you want to make a recommendation for that, I accept that recommendation.
Is there a second?
Senator Teddy, I second.
Is there any discussion? Yes, and Chief of Staff Ambush, can you please type the language in the chat? And I'm just going to, Director Fish, can you have a comment?
Yeah, thank you. I was just gonna say thank you for bringing that up, Olivier. And I didn't know if we should, like, has anyone reached out to those departments and like asked if they would even be able to? Because I think that would also be good to do.
No, we have not, but we will look into that along with figuring out the wording of who will be in the Sustainability Committee. All right, is there any further discussion? No, I'm just waiting for Chief of Staff Ambush to Advisor Bailey.
Yeah, I just want point of clarification. Louise Sierra is the Assistant Director of Civic Engagement and Social Responsibility. There is a vacancy in the director role. I'm not sure if that really plays a role into this particular section, but I just wanted to make sure everyone understands that he is not the director, although he is fulfilling a lot of those responsibilities.
And again, just waiting for the Director Fish, can you have a comment?
Yeah, I was just gonna say while we're waiting, I think this looks great. I think it's an important thing to have, and that's all I wanted to say because we're waiting. And with that, we will do.
Vice President, I'm going to wait on your recommendation after we complete the vote and everything. In the chat. Okay, so we will now move into a vote to change the wording to there should be a sustainability committee comprised of 5 senators, the student government chief of staff, the student government association director of civic engagement and sustainability, and the student government association assistant director of civic engagement and sustainability, with Towson University's Office of Civic Engagement and Social Responsibility and Office of Sustainability as advisors. All those in favor? All opposed? Abstaining? And Assistant Director Ferguson, can you please read the vote aloud for us?
12 in favor.
Thank you, and that the motion passes. Also, thank you, Chief of Staff Andrews, for writing all that in the chat. We appreciate it. And Vice President, will you have a recommendation?
I recommend that everywhere it says Accountability and Ethics Handbook, it should say SGA Constitution. And well, I guess these are 2 separate things. So I'll say that first. I believe that is friendly because it's clear the intention was for it to be the Constitution. And then the second recommendation is to include the language of what the Constitution does rather than what the Accountability and Ethics Handbook does.
Vice President Bo, really quick, I accidentally sent you the wrong one. That was the example that you sent me. I must have gotten confused with which one, so I accidentally sent you the example that you sent me for. So I apologize for that. That's why it says the.
That's okay. Do you have the final draft? Because if so, then we can avoid all that and just present that. Do you have that one?
Yes, let me just see if I can find it really. I'm so sorry, Erin. We gotta wait again. So sorry.
Okay. It's fine. I'm taking a brief intermission. And also, I realized that I skipped the athletic affairs representative earlier, which was not intentional. But I believe there's no report, but I just wanted to say that wasn't intentionally skipped over.
Yeah, all good. No report. Thanks, Jordan.
No problem. And he is present today, so I didn't want it to seem like he wasn't here. Is there a way to pause the live stream, or do we just have to wait it out? It's okay.
I'm still looking for. I don't know why it's like it's not trying to come up for some reason.
If you can't find it now, we can just make the amendment. It's just I didn't want to feel like we had to do that if we didn't have to. Y'all are so inspirational in the chat. My goodness.
Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up in my Google Docs for some reason. I am so sorry. I apologize to the director to send it.
It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, those are just two recommendations. You all can do them in that order, however you see fit, if you'd like to accept them. I can repeat the first one if we forgot. That's okay. All right. The first recommendation is just to substitute Constitution for every place where it says accountability and ethics handbook.
Okay. Does anyone accept that recommendation?
Senator Goodman, I accept that.
Was that Senator Goodman who accepted?
All right, I accept that recommendation.
Is there a second?
Senator Ringo, second.
On a second.
Is there any discussion? If not, we will now move into a vote to change it to the SJ's Constitution instead of the Accountability and Ethics Handbook. All those in favor? All opposed? Abstaining? And Assistant Director Ferguson, can you please read the vote aloud for us?
12 in favor.
Thank you. With that, the motion passes. And Vice President, you said the second recommendation was to change it to what the SJ Constitution actually does.
Correct. And if someone can pull that up in like the their constitution and provide the wording. That would be helpful.
Does anyone accept that recommendation?
Senator Eaton, I accept the recommendation.
In the third whereas, sorry about that.
Is there a second?
Senator Tuckler, a second.
Is there any discussion?
Hi, sorry. I'm so sorry. Quick question. Who accepted the recommendation?
That was.
I did. Senator Tuckler.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? If not, we will now move into a vote to change the wording in the, Vice Mayor, you said the third whereas? Yes, in the third whereas to what the Constitution does. All those in favor? All opposed? Abstaining? And Assistant Director Ferguson, can you please read the vote aloud for us?
12 in favor.
Thank you. With that, the motion passes. Okay, is there any further discussion? If not, then we can vote on the bill as a whole. All those in favor? All opposed? Abstaining? And Assistant Director Ferguson, can you please read the vote aloud for us?
12 in favor.
Thank you. With that, the motion passes. Are there any announcements?
I have a quick announcement. Like Vice President DeVoe said, weekly reports are due tomorrow at 5 p.m. So don't forget. And have a great Thanksgiving break.
Okay, thank you. Same to you. And Vice President DeVoe, you have an announcement as well.
Yeah, Senator's paying for after the meeting to take a group photo again with everybody here since we took one earlier and not everyone was here, but it'll take 2 seconds.
Okay, Chief Stan Ambush, you have an announcement as well?
Yes, so I figure out my schedule for next week around Friday. Directors, assistant directors, and representatives who haven't signed up to meet with me yet, we basically need to meet next week, or we might have to meet during exam week. I don't want to do that. So I will update the Sign Up Genius for dates next week. I need to meet with all of you before the semester ends, especially with some of you. There are important things we need to discuss before the semester ends. So be on the lookout for that.
Okay, Senator Trumbull, you have an announcement?
Yes, so one of my student organizations, Lights Out at TU, is hosting a Zoom event that you can find on Involved at TU. It's going to be featuring this lady, Kathy Woods, who's the founder of the Phoenix Wildlife Center. So that's going to be pretty cool. That's going to be on December 3rd at 6 p.m. I can drop the flyer for that in our group, or you can reach out to me for more information. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Thank you. And are there any more announcements? If not, are there any motions on the floor?
If there are no further announcements, I move that we adjourn.
Is there a second?
Senator Trumbull, I second.
Is there any discussion? If not, then we'll now move into a vote to adjourn. All those in favor? All opposed? Abstaining? And Assistant Director Ferguson, can you please read the vote back to us?